In this video, I'm going to talk about CAD versus doing hand drawings. So while I am talking, you can kind of fill in the blanks as we go. All right, so first off, for both in the green box, CAD programs and hand drawings are both used to communicate ideas. If you have a really good idea and you want to build it or share it with someone, you have to be able to draw it down. Okay, if you can't show someone what your idea is or show them how it works with a drawing and you just try to explain it with words, then it's really hard, or that person that is listening to you is probably not going to get the same picture in their head that you have in your head. So that's what both of these hand drawings and CAD programs are for. So you can start with that. All right, under the CAD circle. So CAD programs, first of all, CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. Okay, you can Google that if you need to see how to spell it. So Computer Aided Design. CAD programs, the main benefits for them are they're very precise. So you can use a smart dimension tool and you can type in your dimensions and they'll be exactly perfect every time. Whereas if you're using a hand drawing and you're measuring by hand, there's a lot more room to make errors when you're using a hand drawing than there is in CAD. Okay, so you can type that in number 2. Another benefit to CAD drawings is they make sharing files very easy. So if I have a manufacturer on the other side of the world, or I'm working with a team that works across different countries or different states, I can share files back and forth and we can both work on them like collaboratively or go through different steps of the designing process really easily with CAD files. Okay, if I was doing hand drawings, I'd have to mail my drawing or scan it, and then they'd have to download it and print it, and then make their drawings, and then scan it and send it back. With files, you just send the file, they can open it, edit it, leave comments, and send it back much more quickly with much less effort. Okay, the last big benefit to CAD is you can have huge CAD files that show entire buildings or entire spaceships or airplanes or other big things like that that need to get manufactured. Whereas if you're doing hand drawings, you can still do that, but that means you have to have a way bigger piece of paper to show all the details that you need to show. And when you start talking about 4 or 5 foot pieces of paper, then that becomes a big headache in itself, carrying them around, making sure they don't get messed up or spilled on or destroyed in any way. Okay, so CAD files, working with CAD programs, there's a lot of different types of CAD. There are architecture programs, engineering programs, just like smaller, easier to learn hobbyist programs that people use. And if you work as an engineer in any way, you'll probably have to learn more than one. So CAD is more of a genre of software than one specific type. At CMS in Columbus, we use SolidWorks, which the high school also uses. So what you learn here, you can use when you go on to high school. All right, so for hand drawings, the main benefit to hand drawings is you can do them much more quickly than CAD drawings. So there's no learning curve. You don't have to learn software. You don't have to learn the keyboard controls and how to make things. If you have an idea in your head, you can just jot it down on a piece of paper, make a quick sketch, and kind of communicate that idea much more quickly than if you wanted to detail it all out in a CAD program. So doing a hand drawing is usually the first step because it's a lot more, because you can do it a lot more quickly and it's much more accessible than some CAD programs. Number 2 could be, some people think they can be more creative with hand drawings because you're not limited to the tools that are in CAD or your knowledge of CAD. You can just draw it on a piece of paper and you have a lot more freedom to do kind of whatever you want when you're designing something. So some people think that they have a lot more creativity when they're drawing by hand than when they're using a program and thinking about how the program works instead of doing the design. All right, so that's about it for this worksheet. I know I didn't fill up all the numbers, which is all right. So just fill in the blanks with some of the things I said, and you should be good to go.